The Congress protest caused immense inconvenience to people. In Bengaluru, the Congress took out a march till Raj Bhavan and raised slogans against the BJP government. The protest has resulted in massive traffic jams across the city, in which an ambulance got stuck as well. Congress leaders D.K. Shivakumar, Siddaramaiah, they all led the protest, who were later detained by the cops on their way to the Raj Bhavan. Nataka over Rahul's Enforcement Directorate grilling. Congress protest march to Raj Bhavan. Congress workers are now raising slogans. Bengaluru has seen massive traffic pile-ups. All of this is happening in the country right now. Take a look. A day after Congress's India Will Burn threat, the Grand Old Party, which is the Congress Party workers, staged nationwide aggression against Rahul Gandhi's Enforcement Directorate grilling. The Congress workers who burned tires during the protest yesterday upped the ante. They set vehicles on fire too in Hyderabad. The Congress protested outside Raj Bhavan in Thiruvananthapuram. Similar scenes were seen in Chennai. Protesters jumped over the police barricades in Chandigarh. Water cannons were used by the cops to disperse them. Several leaders and protesters were detained by the cops.
We are at this point of time near Raj Bhavan. You can see youth Congress workers progressing towards Raj Bhavan. After ED summons to Rahul Gandhi for last 3 days, there have been continuous protests in various parts of the country. And now it's been also seen in Mumbai. We can see MLA Nishan Siddiqui, who is present here, is leading this march. Behind us is the hanging garden. Towards here, 500 meters is where Raj Bhavan is, and the police deployment is present here. We'll have to wait and see whether they are allowed to reach till Raj Bhavan. With camera person Samir Shantak, Mustafa Sheikh for India Today.
Congress party workers, leaders, MLAs and MPs are today protesting in Bengaluru outside the Congress office, headed by D.K. Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah. Here you can see behind me Karnataka Congress President Mr. D.K. Shivakumar heading the protest and the march towards the Raj Bhavan or the governor's office here in Bengaluru, which is just a stone's throw away from the Congress office. And today you can see hundreds of Congress workers who've gathered here to protest against the ED summons and questioning that's currently going on of Rahul Gandhi and other Congress leaders. And you can see Congress workers who have gathered here to protest this ED grilling.
It's clear as daylight that they detained the honorable MPs for 8 hours to 12 hours without a written order, without a legal order. It's a clear violation of liberty. Every fundamental right has been violated. Every privilege has been violated. We have appealed to the Honorable Chairman to take action for breach of privilege as well as breach of liberty, and let the process of law take its course.
As far as the inquiry and the questioning and the due process of law is unbiased, based on facts and evidence-based, there's no problem. We're open to all investigations. Mr. Gandhi's been there for 3 days answering all questions. So there's no question of avoiding answering questions. But we want to question the intent behind the actions taken against the leadership of the Congress party. And we are within our rights to ask those questions. We get no answers. We are just bundled in a bus and taken to police stations, or we are put under house arrest, etc. So this sort of action of the government, I think, is attracting a lot of questions by the people at large, not just the Congress party.
He is not a scaring personality. Everybody knows that. But the question is that whether this agency having credibility. He is sitting there whatever time they want, answering their question, but answer may not be the type which they want to be answered. This is all politically motivated, biased investigation.
हिंदुस्तान में कभी क्या कोई आंदोलन नहीं होते? हम क्या किसी को कहीं रास्ता रुके, कहीं दफ्तर तोड़ने की तो आंदोलन नहीं किए? हम लोग गांधी जी की दिखाए हुए मार्ग पे शांतिपूर्ण तरीके से हमारा बात रखने की कोशिश किए. ये क्या गुनाह है? मैं सरकार से पूछना चाहते हैं.
ಇನ್ನ ಯಾಕೆ ಅವನು ಈಶ್ವರಪ್ಪನ ಮೇಲೆ ಹಾಕಿಲ್ಲ? ಅವರು ಮಹಾಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕೆ ಕೇಸ್ ಹಾಕಿಲ್ಲ? ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೇಸ್ ಹಾಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಇದು ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ವಚನ ಸ್ವೀಕಾರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಅದ್ಯಾಕೆ ಕೇಸ್ ಹಾಕಿಲ್ಲ? ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೇಸ್ ಹಾಕಿದೆ. ಬಿಜೆಪಿಯವ್ರ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವುದೂ ಕೇಸ್ ಹಾಕಿದೆ. ಕೆಲವು ಅನೇಕ ಸಂಘಟನೆಗಳು ಮಾಡೋದು ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೇಸ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೇಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳಿ.